Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do an update video. So I have lost 50 pounds on MOUNJARO. I started June 2024 and then I've reached my goal weight a few months ago. I think I've been maintaining for about 3 months, and then I've recently switched to Wegovy to maintain, and I feel like a lot of people are doing this in the UK because of the price increase. No one wants to be paying like crazy prices for MOUNJARO, and a lot of people are making the switch, and I have a ton of questions when I'm posting videos. Also, I'm getting questions for is how have you found it switching over? Just switching over in general, symptoms, side effects, or just switching over to maintain. So I'm just going to go through all the details now. First things first, I'm just going to do a quick recap on starting MOUNJARO. So I decided to start end of June 2024. I was 192 pounds or 192 point something pounds. My BMI was 32 point something, and I was just the biggest that I've ever been, despite trying to like diet, trying to track calories, trying to fast, or like previously going to slimming mode. If you've been here a long time, you know all about slimming mode. I don't dig it, but it took me forever to lose weight. I've always struggled. When I done slimming mode, it took me about 10 months to lose a stone, which is crazy. So anyway, I finally just decided to start. It was kind of new at the time. Not many people in the UK were doing it. But yeah, best thing I ever did, honestly. It did take me a while. I was very slow and steady. In the first, I think 4 or 5 weeks, I lost quick. I lost about 16 pounds. I done 1 month on 2.5, and then I done 5 months on 5, and then I done the rest of my journey on 7.5 milligram, and I was happy with that. Like, yes, I did have some side effects, mainly nausea, some sickness, but nothing too crazy that would like make me want to stop. And honestly, for the past few months since I've been maintaining, I honestly have very minimal to no side effects at all. So let's just quickly move on to maintaining. Originally gave myself a goal weight of a 40 pound weight loss, which I think was, I would have weighed 152 pounds, but then I decided to lower my goal weight. I wanted to get to a 50 pound weight loss, which would make my goal weight 142 pounds. So as soon as I got there, I did stay on 7.5 an extra month because I already had the pen in the fridge, and then I continued to maintain on 7.5, and then I went down a dose to 5 milligram, and I'll pop here on screen all of my weigh-ins from getting to my goal, and then being on 5 milligram, and then my weigh-ins since then. So I was doing really well. I only done 1 month on the 5 milligram of MOUNJARO, but I still managed to maintain. But then I knew that I was going to switch over to Wegovy. So let's talk about switching over. So of course the price increase is an issue for most people, and also with Wegovy, I am with Voi, and they don't make you have a washout period, meaning they don't make you stop the medication for like 4 weeks, because some providers do make you do that. And also with Voi, they don't make you start from the lowest dose. So I was on, for example, well, I was actually on 5 milligram in the end because I was maintaining on 5 milligram. So the equivalent dose to that on Wegovy is 0.5. So I'll just pop on screen here the doses of Wegovy and how it works, because it's slightly different. There are differences between MOUNJARO and Wegovy, but at the end of the day, they both suppress your appetite. They both, make you fuller for longer, and they both work in similar ways. So with Voi, I do have an affiliate discount code, so you can get 50 pounds off your first order. And they also do discounted plans for 3 and 6 months, so you get extra discounts. So if you do want to order with Voi, you can cancel at any time. You get an app to track progress. You get a one-on-one health coach that you have optional weekly calls with, either calls or WhatsApp. Just click the link in the description, fill out the questions, and the discount will be automatically applied at the checkout. And if you do have any questions, just put it in the comments, or just send me a direct message if you don't want to put it in the comments. But yeah, switching over. So I started on 0.5. On the first week, I'm not gonna lie, I did feel a little bit more food noise, a little bit more hungry. And what I mean by that, I would feel a little bit more snacky. Say in the afternoon, I might be thinking about snacks. which is fine because sometimes I'll have brunch and dinner and a snack, so that's not really much of a problem. But of an evening, say like after I've had dinner and I was watching telly, or like I like to go to bed early. Say I've gone to bed at like 9:30 or something, like 10. I'm in bed and I'm thinking about a snack, I'm thinking about food. Like that's food noise, and that is something that I've not done for so long being on MOUNJARO. So that first week was a little bit like, okay, that's not great, it's doable, you've got to work around it. I'm maintaining now. I've got to expect some more food noise going down the doses. You're just going to have to deal with it. But I think being the first week on Wegovy, I think I was just a little bit paranoid. I don't know, you just kind of get scared to switch over, and trust me, I felt like a bit scared as well. So when I did my weekly weigh-in, I always weigh in on a Wednesday. I gained half a pound, or like kind of just around half a pound. So the way I look at my weigh-ins, if I am in the 141 point something or 142 point something, that's a maintain, because we fluctuate all the time. Our bodies fluctuate, you know, especially as women. So if I'm in that range, I've maintained, and that's just how like I look at it. I think even if you had the most perfect week in the entire world, you could still fluctuate 1 to 2 pounds, so not really that worried there. But my first week on Wegovy, I got into the 143.2, so I've not been in the 143 for the whole time, for months, maintaining it. Moving on to week 2 of Wegovy, it actually has improved. So I do my injection on a Wednesday. It's now Monday, so I'm 2 days away from my 3rd injection of Wegovy. And this week I've 100% noticed like less food noise. I'm not thinking about food all the time. I'm less hungry. I just feel like it's actually doing the job. So I feel like this will be a good dose for me. I'll see how it goes. If week 3, week 4 goes the same, I could potentially stay on this dose, or I may go up to 1 milligram to maintain and stay on there to maintain for a while. I am just going to play it by ear, but I will let you know on my usual like what I eat in a days, because they're like my videos that I film the most, on what dose I'm on, how I'm getting on, and my weekly weigh-ins. But yeah, for me, really did improve for week 2, and I just feel a lot better about that. Even if I have more hunger, I'm okay with that. I just don't want to have food noise. Long term, my plan is definitely to eat intuitively without tracking calories. I just don't want to track calories forever. If I need to at the start, when I'm like going down doses, then I will, but I really don't want to do that. I'd love to just eat intuitively, listen to my body, just know like, you know, what I'm meant to be eating, what portion sizes I'm meant to be eating to maintain my weight, and then go down the doses, still be able to eat intuitively, either stay on the lowest dose for, you know, I don't know, a year or 2, or I'll just come off it next year. I am literally just going to see how I feel. Personally, for me, I'm going to stick to it. If a dose doesn't work, I'm going to move up. But at the moment, it just seemed like this dose is working. So yeah, if you do have any questions, leave it in the comments. I hope this has answered any questions that you might have about switching over. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.